Okay. Today's drug is lac caninum. Lac caninum. It is made from the dog's milk. It is made from the dog's milk. So generally we are taking all the milks, all the milks from the childhood, from the childhood. But here all the milks should be potentized. They are our most excellent remedies. So all milks, lactanino or any milk is potentized. If you potentize, they will act as the excellent remedies. They are animal products and food of early animal life, and therefore and therefore correspond to the beginning of our innermost physical nature. So this milk is our early animal life or milk products, and therefore corresponds to our beginning of our innermost physical nature. And monkey's milk, cow's milk, mates, and human milk. They are they would be the great value. So generally, monkey's milk, cow's milk, and mates milk, and human milk. They are very important and having the great value, and also we have full provings, full provings. So all these milks are having full provings because all these milks are well proved. And a lac defloratum has done excellent work, and so this remedy and so has this remedy. So lac caninum is its beginning, yet although it has made some marvelous cures. So this lac caninum, which is prepared from the dog, so it give very good and marvelous cures, and but many of the symptoms are doubtful, and it would take a century to confirm them. So in lac caninum, there are a number of they are showing number of marvelous cures, but symptoms are doubtful, and it would take a century to confirm. So many of us think think because the milk are only food for the young, and are not for milk. So many of us think all milks are useful as a food, but they are useful as a medicine. But we have no idea about this. But let one who made sick from milk take in the impotentized form. So when man or when woman sick, if you take the potentized milk and reports the result. Growers who dislike milk. So generally growers getting the symptom of dislike to milk. So if they take milk, they become sick. So this will be cured by giving potencies. Giving by potencies, within few days these symptoms are disappeared, and also some other symptoms are produced. So number of symptoms are produced after giving potentized milk to the growers. So, and also those who are take milk, dislike to take milk, if you give this lac caninum in a potency form, it cures the it cures the dislike. So then, and also any effects of milk, cured by this potentized milk. Now, generalities. So, this remedy produces nervous symptoms. So, this medicine or this remedy produces nervous symptoms, and also there is changes in the tissue, and it produces nervous symptoms, and also there is change in the change in the tissues. So this lac canina is deep acting, deep acting, and the growers felt its symptoms for years after proving was made. So even after proving, these symptoms remain for a long time. Why? Because it is a deep and long acting remedy. Due to deep and long acting medicine, so the growers felt its symptoms for years after the proving was made. And now, mental symptoms. Mental symptoms are prolonged and distressing. So the mental symptoms are prolonged and distressing, and also it acts on the glands, and also after giving this potentized medicine, it has cured enlarged glands, and also it produces ulcers. It also produces ulcers which are very red, and so those who are having these red ulcers, after giving this lac caninum, it has cured. It has cured. And if you see the ulcerated area, if you see the ulcerated area is a dry, clustering appearance as if coated with epithelium. As if coated with epithelium. If you see the ulcer surface or areas are dry and clustering appearance as if coated with epithelium. And also in children, it is a very good remedy for the diphtheria. So, which diphtheria? So, bad treated diphtheria. So, complaints after, so in children, badly treated diphtheria. So, badly treated diphtheria, if case comes, to give the this, then there will be a cure. And in paralysis and other conditions, in paralysis and other conditions, and so these conditions dating back to diphtheria, the greater number of symptoms belongs to the nervous system. So the main action on the nervous system, and also it produces a greater number of nervous symptoms. So the patient is over sensitive state, over sensitive, and a general hyperesthesia of the skin and other parts, and it makes women violently hysterical, makes women violently hysterical, and causes all sorts of strange and apparently implausible symptoms. So it makes women violently hysterical, and causes all sorts of strange and apparently impossible symptoms. If you take an example in a woman, when she lay in bed for days with the fingers abducted, the female lay in bed for days with the fingers are abducted, separation, and would go wild if they go touch each other. So what is the symptom here? If the fingers touches one to other, the female become wild. So always the woman abducts the fingers like this. If she closes the fingers, if she touches the fingers one to other, the aggravation of symptoms. So the woman may become wild. So and the fingers were not aggravated from hard pressure. If you give any hard pressure, there is no increase of any symptoms. If they touch with each other, only the symptoms are the female become wild. Even you give hard pressure, there is no change in the woman. But when touches fingers each other, symptoms are aggravated. But due to pain, she screams while giving hard pressure. Okay? Even if they touch each other, she screams. So this is the state. This is the state. This is the state is difficult to cure outside of lac caninum and laxis. So here laxis also you can think, not only lac caninum. Here you can think about the laxis. Laxis also produced similar condition, the sensitiveness of the abdomen, so that that the sheet cannot be permitted to touch the skin. Touch the skin belongs to both. So in laxis, even sheet, it touches the head, abdomen, that causes the over sensitiveness. Wow sensitiveness. And so this is the difference between the laxis and the lac caninum. In the lac caninum, if the fingers touch each other, the patient become wild. In laxis, if bed sheet or any cloth touches the skin, causes the violent aggravation. So that is the difference between the lac caninum and laxis. And another strange state is a peculiar vertigo. Peculiar vertigo. So this vertigo when walking, and also floating air, the floating air, and also she feels she is floating in mid-air. So vertigo is present. This is the another strange, peculiar one. So the sensation as if she floating in mid-air, and when lying, as if she were not on the bed. So if she lying on the bed, she is feeling she is not on the bed. So other remedies also have this complaint, the sensation as if floating and are not touching the bed or sinking down is belongs to laxis. So in the laxis, sinking down, when she is lying on the bed is not touching to her. In lac caninum also, when lying, the body is not touching in the air, touching the body, and she is having sensation as if floating in the mid-air, and and in the laxis, sinking down sensation also present. So floating and sinking in the laxis. In lac caninum, only floating sensation. And if you take Asaram for a European, Asaram European, the gliding, sensation of gliding while walking. So in Asaram European, the sensation of gliding sensation. And so this is about the sensitivity of the body. And now the symptoms or the complaints, alternative sites, changes the sites. So complaints are changes sites, alternative sites. The complaints almost regardless of kind or quality changes the sites. Symptoms. Site changes are alternations are present. Alternates sites. Alternate sites. The rheumatism is first. The rheumatism is first found in one ankle and then to the other. So here alternates, how alternates. So the rheumatism is first found in one ankle and then to the other and then back again to the original site. So for example, the rheumatism starts at the right ankle, then it changes to the left ankle and then come back to the right ankle or to the original site. And if the knee or hip or shoulder, the rheumatism alternates sites. So any joint, knee joint or hip joint or shoulder joint, the rheumatism alternates sites, and the headaches and neuralgias also doing the same thing. So first left side may come, then right side, again it come back to the left side. So alternate sides. This is the alternate sides. Then ambulating encephalus first attacks one side, then to other. So ambulating encephalus first attacks one side, then the other. Inflammation and neuralgias of ovaries, the same alternation is observed. And also throat affections also alternate sides. So first one tonsil affected, then it alters to other side and come to the same tonsil. So this is alternates sides. And so generally the trouble commenced on the right side. So generally the trouble commenced on the right side, but then it went to the left. So generally here we think about lycopodium. So in lycopodium, the complaint starts at right side, then it changes or it transmitted to the left side. Here we are giving, generally we are thinking about the lycopodium. So generally we are giving lycopodium, but there is no improvement, or lycopodium may be failed. And after giving lycopodium also, if the symptom comes to the original place or to the right side, then if you give lac caninum, there will be a relief. There will be symptoms curing. There is the curing of the symptoms. So generally, we have think from the right side to left side, lycopodium. So even after giving lycopodium, the symptom again reaches to the right side. If you give this lac caninum, there will be a cure. So, so, so this type of remedies are very rare. And now let us discuss about the mild symptoms of lac caninum. Mild symptoms of lac caninum. So one or two proverbs having many symptoms, but they are not so reliable, and it intensifies the imagination and senses. So here you can see the intensifies the imagination and senses. So here the intensifies the imagination and senses. So you can imagine symptoms are, if the patient having imagine symptoms, if you suggest this drug, there will be a cure. So full of imaginations, here full of imaginations and harassing and tormenting thoughts, and also the mental symptoms, wandering features in the mental sphere, wandering features in the mental sphere, wandering and alternating states, cannot collect the thoughts. She wants to leave everything as soon as it is commenced. A condition of irresolution common to quite a number of therapies. She is impressed with the idea that all she says is not so, thinks everything she says is a lie. So whatever she says, she feeling as a lie, as if there is no reality in the things. In this, it is somewhat analogous to alumina. It is analogous to alumina. In alumina, the patient feels as if someone else and not himself was saying everything. A lack of consciousness of the reality of things. So in alumina and the lac caninum difference. So she is talking, she is selling, she is imaginations. She feels as if they are lying. So not a not a true. But in alumina, there is something is present, but lack of consciousness of the reality of things. Okay, this is the difference between the alumina and the lac caninum. Every time a symptom appears, she thinks it is a settled disease. So she thinks the disease was settled in the body, and this causes fear and anxiety, and some horrible disease has come upon her. She feels a delusion that she was suppurating, so she feels some pus is formed inside the body and in a loathsome state and infested with maggots. And horrible sights are presented to the mental vision. So horrible sights not always makes, and she fears the objects will take from and present themselves to her eyes. So some suppose there is a one object is there, the object may reach to her eyes or to the near to the eyes. This is analogous to laxis. This is analogous to laxis, which has the feeling that the atmosphere is full of full of hovering spirits, although he never sees them. So, in the thoughts, in the laxis, the feeling of the atmosphere is full of hovering spirits, but he never sees them. So, this is about laxis and imagines he wears someone else's nose, imagines she is not herself and her properties not her own. So in Lacan, she imagines she wears someone else's nose. So she thinks her nose is not her nose. And also, if she having the properties, she thinks those properties not her own. Imagines she sees spiders. Imagines she sees spiders, snakes, and vermin. So imagination of the eye, visual imagination. These are the visual imagination or sees spiders, snakes, vermin. She cannot bear to be alone. She cannot bear to be alone. And now you can think about the laxis here also. In laxis, the patient wants to be alone, but in lacanum, she cannot bear to be alone. Okay, in laxis also there is strange fancies, and when she alone, she feels as if she were floating out of the window or over the grassy plains. But but a sound will bring her back to the world again. So if you give any sound, so she's thinking she was thrown away from the window to outside or floating, and through, she she was floating out of the window and over the grassy plains. Whenever you make sound, she come back to our world. She come back to our world. But in Laxis, she wants to be alone, but in Lac Canina, she doesn't wants to be alone because of fear. Okay, this is on the borderland of insanity or delirium. So this is the borderland, borderland of insanity or delirium. Here, although the patient has all these strange feelings, yet she goes around all the day about her business and no one knows them unless she confesses them. So regularly she is doing her duties in the daytime. All the day she is doing, and also she done all works very well. But no one, if anyone asks or anyone confesses them, then only they became to know about her. And chronic sadness, chronic sadness, everything so dark, everything so dark, irritable, ugly, hateful. So these are the mental symptoms. Chronic sadness, everything so dark, irritable, ugly, hateful, and full of vertigo, but it is a sensorial symptom. So it is not a disease. This vertigo is not due to the disease. It is a sensorial symptom, usually refined, not the vulgar saying or tossing or feeling as if things were going wrong. It affects the whole body as if she was swimming or floating in the air and spirit like. So just like a spirit, she is floating in the air. And also as if she were swimming in the water. So this all due to this vertigo like that, but it is a sensorial symptom. But it is a sensorial symptom, but not due to the disease. Now let us discuss about the head symptoms. Head symptoms. Here the headaches are violent, mostly frontal region, and also you can see the occipital headaches. And headache above the eyes from the riding in a cold wind, and this headache ameliorated in warm room. Both the frontal and occipital headaches are aggravated by turning eyeballs upwards and using eyes for fine work. So these headaches are aggravated by. So occipital and frontal headaches are aggravated by turning eyeballs upwards and using eyes for fine work. So with the stitching with the stitchings and needle stitchings and embroidery stitchings, all these, those who are doing the fine work, if they get headache, this lacrimal can be pains in the head during the daytime. So already I have explained alternate signs. So first on one side, then to the other side, again come back where the first affected. Pains in the face or eyes, pains in the face or eyes, alternating sides, and perfectly unbearable, and these pains are ameliorated going into open air. Going into open air. The rheumatic symptoms are ameliorated by cold and cold applications. So here you can classify it with Palestilla and Ladampa. So Palestilla aggravated by cold applications, Ladampal also aggravated by cold applications. And some headaches are not relieved by warmth. Not relieved by warmth. Here the sensitiveness is marked. Here sensitive to light and noise, and the page is not clear when reading. The page is not clear when reading. She sees the faces before her before her in the dark. So if she in the dark, she sees some faces, old, troubled, distorted, disagreeable faces come to the vision. So those the faces are like old disagreeable faces. To the or faces come to the vision or imagination. Dark, hideous faces she has seen come up, and she is tormented by them. She is tormented by them. So this is not real symptom of the vision, but this is the sensation, but a state of the brain. Due to brain or mind symptom, this is not due to the vision impairment. This is the brain symptom. And sounds seems far off. So sounds same far off. So some sounds coming from the far. Paralysis of the throat with diphtheria, and while swallowing, the fluids return by the nose when drinking. Coryza with sore throat and sneezing. Sore throat and sneezing. Stuffed nose, discharge of the thick white mucus, and face ache and pain aggravated by exertion. So the pain aggravated by exertion and ameliorated by warm applications. And but sometimes cold applications relieve the soreness. If the sore pains are present, cold applications relieves the pain. But here warm applications, warm applications amelioration. Now mouth and throat. Mouth and throat. Putrid mouth is a strong feature. Putrid mouth is a strong feature. The mucous membrane and teeth are coated with fuzzy, shining, silvery substance. So the mucous membranes and teeth are coated with fuzzy, shining, silvery substance, somewhat like milk. In the throat, there is a felt-like exudation, ashy gray or silvery shine deposit. So, all these are present in the diphtheria. And also, if you give in diphtheria for the cases taking, and diphtheria if you take alternate sites, and it has also cured paralysis following diphtheria. So paralysis after diphtheria, if paralysis present, we can do the lac caninum. So this lac caninum having the alternate sides. Alternate sides. The pain in the throat pushes towards the left ear, and from the left ear it transmits to the right ear. Again it reaches to the left ear. Generally, with the right side assembly, so right side to left, left to right. But the pain in the throat pushes towards the left ear, and pains take alternate sides. The throat is ameliorated by cold or warm drinks. So here cold or warm drinks, and aggravated by empty swallowing. Aggravated by empty swallowing. And also, it is indicated especially in a glazed, shiny, red appearance, throat like Kali micrometer. The same symptoms are present in the Kali micrometer. So here glazed, shiny, red appearance of the throat like Kali right. So black caninum is the best remedy for the diphtheria. So diphtheria means there is a false membrane formed over the throat. So here the diphtheric membrane is also white like silver. White like silver. This lac caninum has cured most alternating cases with patches first on the right tonsil, then onto the left, and membranous croup also present. Wherever the Wherever there is mucous membrane, there will be exudate, which is a gray, fusy coating like coating, and these like that piling up on the tongue, piling up on the tongue, and so and also due to exudation without inflammation or ulceration. So sometimes the buccal cavity had a white exudate without inflammation or ulceration. If you give this lacanum, it will be cured. An apparent infiltration which dipped down everywhere, extending under the tongue. So it was white and silvery looking, white and silvery looking, as if a mouthful of carbolic acid had been swallowed. So carbolic acid, as if carbolic acid had been swallowed. So silver due to the silvery coating of mouth, and mouth was so sensitive but the patient could not swallow anything, only she can take milk only. She can take milk only. Now, the abdomen is full of distress, oppressive pain in the pelvis, acute pain in the left groin, constant urging to urinate. It is due to irritation of the bladder or irritable bladder. The female sexual organs furnish a mass of symptoms. Severe pain in the region of right ovary, ameliorated by flow of bright red, bright red blood, is again somewhat like laxis. So in laxis also discharges amelioration, after menstruation also amelioration. In lac caninum also severe pain in the right ovary area, and this is ameliorated by the flow of bright red blood, again somewhat like laxis. So but the here the pains are take alternative sides. That is the difference between the laxis and the lac canine. So pains first right side, then left side. Again comes to the right side. So these pains are ameliorated by menstrual flow. In laxis only left side, there is no alternating sides. Again, if you even though change alternate side, again they will never come to the back. So that is the difference between the lac caninum and laxis. So lac caninum alternative sides change between. In laxis only one side. Sometimes it may transfer to the left side, right side. But again it never comes to back. Both are ameliorated by flow of bright red blood. So that is the difference between the laxis and lac canine. And also regarding pale ovaries, ameliorated by flow. Pain in the ovaries emulated by the flow. Zincomet also. Zincomet also present, but she never feels well except when menstruating. So in laxis, after menstrual flow, she feels better. In lac caninum, after menstruation or menstrual flow, she is become normal or the symptoms are ameliorated. But in Zincomet, during menstrual flow only, she is feel better. Whenever it stops, again the symptoms appear. Hysterical, in Zincomet, hysterical at all other times, but well at the menstrual period. So you see the difference between the lac caninum, laxis, and Zincometallica. So in the lac caninum, there is alternating sides. Pain in ovaries, alternating sides, and come back to the original side, the pains. So ameliorated by blood flow. In laxis, left side and symptoms are ameliorated by flow. After flow, there may not be present any symptoms. But in Zinc metallicum, only she feels better during blood flow. Okay? Don't forget the difference between the lac caninum, laxis, and zinc. Here, membranous dysmenorrhea, membranous dysmenorrhea, and exudative tendency. So, membranous dysmenorrhea with exudative tendency of lac caninum, sore throat, beginning and ending with the menstrual period. So, to sore throat also, menstrual after menstruation, the pains are ameliorated, and you can think another drug for sore throat before the menstrual period, magnesium cod, magnesium cod and calcarea cod. So during menstrual period, throat pain present magnesium cod. So magnesium cod before the menstrual period. Before the menstrual period, magnesium cod having the sore throat. Sore throat and calcarea cod has cured painful throat when menstruating. While menstruating, calcarea cod has cured painful throat during menstruation. And let us discuss about the genitals. Escape of gas from the vagina. Escape of gas from the vagina. The fermentation of mucus and other substances in the bladder causes the escape of gas when urinating is found only under sarsaparilla. So here what happens? The fermentation of mucus and other substances in the bladder. So whenever fermentation is present, actually there is formation of a gas. So when urinating, she is having some passage of gas, passage of gas, and urine flows with a loud noise. So due to presence of gas and urine comes out, that causes the loud noise, and this is present in the sarsaparilla also. In the sarsaparilla also. And urine passes or urine passed with a gurgling noise. Gurgling noise. So whenever urine passes gurgling sound, sarsaparilla is the best remedy than the lac caninum. And much trouble with the mame, they feel as if they would separate. When a mother has lost her infant and it is necessary to dry up the milk, dry up the milk. So suppose sometimes the mother having the milk, but the child will not take the milk. So that causes the suppuration, suppuration feeling of suppuration. That's why she need to dry up the milk. So here you can think of lac caninum and palstilla are the best remedies for this purpose when no symptoms are present. So suppose milk is present in the breast, when a baby is not taking milk, so the milk has to be dried. When has to be dried with the help of medicines. Whenever there is no symptoms are present. So no symptom, whenever no symptoms are present, if you give palstilla and or like lac caninum, the milk become dry. And she is also having imaginatory pains, imaginative and sensitive to pain and her surroundings, hyperesthesia and touchiness. Touchiness, Palstilla will be called. Palstilla will be called for this in the constitution. Okay. This is about lac caninum.